The DJI Osmo Pocket 4 prototype just got leaked, and what we're seeing is absolutely mind-blowing. Forget everything you know about pocket cameras because this prototype isn't just an upgrade, it's a complete revolution. Reliable tech tipster Quadro News, alongside Jasper Ellens, has discovered images that confirm what content creators have been dreaming about. A dual lens setup on a device that fits in your palm. We're talking about two distinct camera modules working together, a larger primary sensor paired with a telephoto unit, borrowed straight from DJI's high-end drone technology. This isn't speculation anymore. The images clearly show Pocket 4 branding, and while it's still in early development stages, the implications are massive. The handheld gimbal market is about to get seriously disrupted, and if you're a content creator, vlogger, or filmmaker, the next 2 years are going to change everything about how you shoot on the go. Let's break down what makes this dual camera system such a game changer. The leaked images reveals two distinctly different camera modules mounted on the gimbal head. You've got your larger primary sensor sitting alongside what appears to be a telephoto unit, and this configuration is almost identical to what DJI uses on their Air 3S drone, a premium piece of kit that costs over $1,000. Now imagine cramming that technology into something that weighs just 190 grams. Here's where it gets interesting. This isn't just about having two lenses for the sake of it. The dual arrangement allows you to shoot everything from wide angles to tight close-ups without fumbling around with accessories or attachments. But the real magic happens behind the scenes. The depth data captured by both cameras working together feeds directly into the tracking system, meaning ActiveTrack 7.0 can lock onto subjects with unprecedented precision. Now let's talk sensors, because this is where things get technical but equally exciting. The primary sensor is rumored to be a 1-inch CMOS sensor sitting at approximately 12 megapixels, and it's expected to feature Hasselblad color science. If you've ever used DJI's Mavic 3 series drones, you know exactly what that Hasselblad tuning brings to the table. Accurate, cinema-grade colors straight out of the camera with minimal post-processing needed. But here's the kicker that dropped just a few days ago. OmniVision announced the OV50R40 sensor, and industry insiders are convinced this is destined for the Pocket 4's secondary camera. We're talking about a 50-megapixel chip measuring 1/1.3 inches that's capable of handling 8K footage with a dynamic range of up to 110 decibels. That's insane latitude for a device this size. The progression makes perfect sense too. The Pocket 3 jumped from a 1/1.7-inch sensor to a full 1-inch sensor, which was a massive leap that transformed low-light performance. The logical next step? Higher resolution output. We're looking at potential 8K recording at 30 frames per second, 4K at 120 frames per second, and get this, 1080p Full HD at a staggering 240 frames per second for 8 times slow motion. All of this with 10-bit color depth, D-Log M color profiles, and support for 1 billion colors. One of the most interesting design changes coming to the Pocket 4 is the dual screen setup. The leaked images suggest displays on both the front and back of the device, which immediately opens up new shooting possibilities. The main 2.5-inch OLED touchscreen is getting a serious brightness boost, pushing over 800 nits. If you've ever tried shooting outdoors on a sunny day with a camera that has a dim screen, you'll understand why this matters. You'll actually be able to see what you're framing without cupping your hands around the display like you're trying to start a fire. But that front-facing screen is where things get really practical for vloggers and solo creators. Imagine monitoring your framing and expressions during talking headshots or interviews without needing an external monitor or constantly checking playback. The front panel essentially turns the Pocket 4 into a selfie shooting powerhouse. This dual-screen approach might bump up the price a bit from the Pocket 3's original $519 launch price, but the functionality gain is absolutely worth it for anyone serious about content creation. Let's talk practical stuff. Storage and battery life, because these specs can make or break a camera in real-world usage. The Pocket 4 is rumored to feature internal storage that's quadrupled compared to the Pocket 3. That means you can shoot significantly longer without constantly offloading footage to your phone or computer. For travel content creators or documentary filmmakers working in remote locations, This kind of storage capacity is a lifesaver. And we cannot ignore the political backdrop. In the United States, DJI faces mounting pressure from lawmakers. There is no blanket consumer ban yet, but bills and agency restrictions are in motion. Some states have already pulled DJI drones from public service fleets, and federal scrutiny remains intense. This creates real uncertainty for buyers in America. Even if the Osmo Pocket 4 launches worldwide, after-sales support, firmware updates, or official retail channels in the United States could be complicated if regulatory actions tighten. So where does the Osmo Pocket 4 sit in the competitive landscape? GoPro continues to dominate the action camera segment, with the new Hero 13 offering rugged waterproof builds rated up to 10 meters without a housing and advanced hypersmooth software stabilization. It can shoot up to 4K at 120 frames per second, along with 10-bit color in certain modes. Meanwhile, Insta360's Go Ultra and other ultra-compact wearable cameras provide 4K video at 60 to 120 frames per second, with flow-state stabilization, and are incredibly lightweight and hands-free. The Osmo Pocket series stands out by combining true pocketability with a mechanical gimbal, offering cinematic pan and tilt control that even these high-end alternatives cannot match. If DJI really does deliver a dual-lens setup, improved low-light performance, 10-bit color options, longer battery life, and smarter tracking, then the Osmo Pocket 4 will not just compete, it could stir up the industry. It would sit at the intersection of a cinema tool and a creator-friendly vlogging camera, taking on GoPro in action, Insta360 in portability, and smartphones in everyday convenience. That is a tall order, but DJI has a track record of surprising us. Still, it is important to temper expectations. Leaks are exciting, but until DJI shows the final product, all of these details are speculative. The company could scale back certain features or push the release later than people expect. If you are a creator right now wondering whether to buy the Pocket 3 or wait, here is the honest take. The Pocket 3 is already a fantastic tool with a 1-inch sensor, flexible screen, and strong stabilization. The Pocket 4 may bring amazing new features, but it could also be many months away. If you need a camera today, the Pocket 3 will not disappoint. If you can wait and want to be on the cutting edge, then keeping an eye on DJI's announcements makes sense. What is certain is this: the Osmo Pocket 4 has already sparked a wave of anticipation. From leaked photos of that possible dual-camera gimbal to rumors of faster frame rates and brighter screens, the conversation is heating up.